Hey everybody, welcome to Paul Mash TV, bringing you the very best indie country from all over the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen, he is Paul.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Paul Mash TV. I'm Paul Mash. We're glad that you could join us today. Got a great interview coming up for you. And we just want to remind you again that if you're on YouTube and you want to subscribe, just hit that subscribe button right down there. And you can always keep up with the newest episodes whenever they become available. And also, if you're on Facebook, just like us at facebook.com/PaulMashTV. Give us a like, join in on the conversation. We love to hear from you. And you can watch all of our classic interviews when they become available. And also, you can email us, capital P, lowercase MASHTV @gmail.com. And that's all one word, obviously. And just email us whether you're a fan or whether you're a band wanting to be on the show. And we'll get you on and respond to you that way. And if you miss anything stuff, just don't worry about it, because at the closing credits, all that will be revealed again for you. Right now, we have Wayne Montgomery from Vancouver Island, Canada. He's a very talented artist, and you'll see in just a moment. So, without further ado, let's welcome Wayne Montgomery right here on Paul Mash TV. Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Paul Mash TV, the interview section of our show. And with us, we have Wayne Montgomery from Vancouver Island, Canada. Thanks for joining us, Wayne.
Hey, Paul, thank you very much for having me. I know it's taken us a little while to get this organized, but it's a real pleasure to be here today.
Yeah, that's fine. I've been having a hard time getting some of the people that I want to interview on the show, but I guess the fact that you're here is what really matters, I guess. So.
That's true. That's true.
So why don't we start by asking the obvious question? Why don't you tell me a little bit about what caused you to become a musician? I mean, did you fall into it? Maybe you have your own story. Why don't we hear from you?
Well, I'll tell you, it goes way back to when I was a kid. My family has always been very musical. So my uncles, my grandfather, all of them were very musical. And so I was raised in a house that just had multiple instruments and pianos and drums and guitars and you name it, it was there. So from a young age, I always wanted to do that. And so I started to play guitar when I was about 11 years old. And actually, I have my first recording from when I was 12, and it is awful. But I kept it, and it's on a cassette tape, and I still have that. And every now and then, when I want the sobering thought, I just throw that on and give it a listen, and then I just realize just where you have to start. But that's how I started, and having the influences. My uncle was a great singer-songwriter, and he influenced me so much, probably more than he even knows he did. And then I have another uncle who's just absolutely fantastic. Taught me my first 3 chords on the guitar, in fact. And so I mean, this is where it goes back to. And so music's always just been there. And just through the years, it just got to be just that much bigger. And it was fun. I mean, all the way through high school and all that, it was great.
Okay. Well, as far as popular influences go, I mean, maybe you can mention a few of those. I'm sure there's a lot of country singers that you grew up with that's really influenced you.
Well, it's true. My uncle was a country singer, but my biggest influences when I was a kid was the Beatles and Elvis. They were the two big main influences, which I've always loved them. But then you got to add the Eagles, and then and Garth Brooks was huge for me, still is. There's so many, I could list so many, and they actually span a wide genre. So while I play a lot all country music, I do put some classic rock, southern rock in there. My influences are really wide and varied. I go back to Charlie Pride and artists like that who've been so influential on what I do, because the music is just so good. And so it's I mean, I could talk to you all day about that, Paul. I could go down a list.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. It doesn't seem like it doesn't matter what genre you are. It seems like a lot of people really bring out the Beatles and Elvis more than anything. And so it doesn't matter what kind of genre you are, whether you're country or rock or even heavy metal, they always go back to that. And of course, obviously Dakota Records has that Elvis tribute artist Colin Dexter.
That's right. He's outstanding.
Yeah, and of course, we played his song "Don't Be Cruel," right after the interview, and
Yeah.
and he's been doing very well with Dakota Records ever since. So
Yeah,
we
I
would
caught a
like
few of
to have
his.
him.
I caught a few of his videos, and I'm really impressed. I'd like to get a chance to watch him live and do that. And here's hoping I'll get the opportunity at some point.
Right, and if he's watching right now, I just want to send a shout out to Colin if he's watching this. So,
Oh, for sure.
why don't you tell us a little bit about? You probably don't have any yet, but maybe you can tell us about some albums that you've had out in the past, or if you're getting ready to do any. We'd love to hear about that.
Well, I actually just released a single not too long ago, and that single's called Sunshine Anytime, and it's out there and it's on Spotify, and it's done really well. There's been a lot of response to it. My live shows, I'm getting a lot of people just ask for that song. And then I've already got the follow-up song is called I'll Drink to That, and it's not even out yet, but now people at shows are singing to it and they're requesting it, and that's exciting. I mean, about a month ago, a guy came up to me at a venue, and he walked across, and I was standing, because I'm never on the stage. My show's wireless, so I'm all over the venue. And he came up to me, and he had his phone in his hand, and he said, "Can you play this?" And it was my song from Spotify, and I was blown away. I said, that is the first time anybody's come across and shown me that and asked me to play it. He went off to the side and stood and sang it word for word. And I said to him afterwards on the mic, I said, if I ever have a spot where I can't remember the words, I'm sure you can help me, because he sang it word for word, and man, that was so cool.
Oh, okay.
So that's sort of the beginning of things, and so there's some big things coming up. I have a lot of material, and so it's I think it's going to get pretty exciting coming up here. So.
Okay. Well, speaking of that song you mentioned, is that the song that we're going to be watching in just a few minutes here? Or?
That is the one. That's the first single. It sure is.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that.
There's no official video to it, Paul. I'm sorry, I didn't have that. We talked about doing it. We never shot it. So what we did is we put some promo pictures together on that. So just different things from different shows that I've done, and so we went with that. And the official video, well, I don't know. Maybe there won't be an official video for that one. Maybe it'll just be for I'll Drink to That. I'm not 100% certain yet, but it's as we move into the fall, I'm not sure. It's a song about being down by a riverside with a tire swing, and I'm not sure I can get too many people to jump into rivers in the next month or so in bikinis. It's just getting a little too cool for that. So I think we'll probably have to forego that.
All righty. Well, we'll get to that in just a moment or so here, but just want to let you know I think that's about all I can think of for right now. And we enjoyed having you, Wayne, and we would love to have you back sometime, so I hope you'll think about coming back on the show sometime.
I would love it, Paul. Thank you very much for having me. It's been a real pleasure, and I look forward to speaking to you again.
Okay. Well, let's go to that song, and we'll be back in just a moment. So go
Great. Thanks, Paul.
Hot sun beating down, burning the streets of this one-horse town. Feel the paint straight off my tailgate. Gas gauge reads none, need fumes just to get me some. No sense looking down that interstate. Gonna grab a cooler of beer, head to a place not far from here where there's an old tire swing hanging down. Lots of pretty girls splashing round. Sunglasses, long chair, long neck, bottle filled with ice cold beer. Sunshine anytime, summertime is here. Slap on sunscreen, throw my boots on the back seat, throw a blanket down in the sand. Tan bodies everywhere, splashing around without a care. Gonna get a cold drink in my hand. Maybe later on tonight I'll play my guitar by moonlight. There'll be an old tire swing hanging down. Lots of pretty girls hanging round. Sitting here in my lawn chair, long neck bottle filled with ice cold beer. Sunshine anytime, summertime is here. Tomorrow morning, don't think about it. Only one place on my mind, I gotta get there. That's where there's an old tire swing hanging down. Lots of pretty girls splash around. Sitting here in my long chair, long neck bottle filled with ice cold beer. Sunshine anytime, summertime. Sunshine anytime, summertime. Sunshine anytime, summertime is here. Summertime is here.